Because the knife round is underway. We're going to get into the CS.
I was just starting to get comfortable with everybody.
You're just going to say nice things about parents. Shout-outs to all the LAN parents who help make their kids' dreams come true.
Those are the LAN heroes.
The LAN heroes. He's found himself a new roster.
Just a bunch of parents, 5 parents.
4 parents and LAN hero.
Hey, knife round goes to X1 Academy. CT-sided map. Now, we mentioned this earlier. Sometimes maps end up going T-sided, the lower.
Not train.
Yeah, not train.
Well, actually, no. I think there is one circumstance where I think train is T-sided, which is where your CT side refuses to stabilize the economy and just put themselves into terrible force buys round after round. And that is terrible. It's so bad. If you can't get your legs under you economically on train, you're done, Zoe. You're done.
But then on the other side of that coin, if you do get your legs under you, it gets even easier. You go from a single op to a double op to an auto sniper. I mean,
I look at it like a building game, right? You need to lay a solid foundation when you're playing CT side train, and once you have that foundation, you can just keep building those walls, and then you've got a completely unassailable fortress. That is a nice one-way smoke. SFX going to take the position. He loves playing close here. This is classic Jasper. He has a Zeus spot as well. That means he knows he's being streamed right now.
Well, now his smoke is obviously going to fade here shortly, but he's going to move out. He spots him.
There it is.
This is going to be so.
There it is, yes!
Oh, and he's still able to pull out his sidearm. He zigs when he's zagging, though, so he ends up missing all remaining shots. But we got some going on. As it is 3-on-3. Oh, no, that's bad because Infernal had the molly. Hopefully one of the teams will be able to recover that one as they directly defend. Bauer will not be able to reach that one back. So a fast retake from X1 Academy prevents T-Dubs from getting into the upper post plant with the molly in upper. That player that has the molly should almost never come down there.
Almost never. Maybe peek out upper and then duck back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a tough position to get back into if you're not already there. Looking at the spent Zeus.
Yeah.
Shout-outs to SFX.
Temperature's like, why can't I pick up this pistol?
The man loves his Zeus, and he does us good when he uses it.
His first kill. That's a statement. That's a
statement. It's just how the match is going to go, and it feels bad. It's such a nice tilt gun, too, because TWW, admittedly, it'd be better economically if you used it with a pistol. Zeus gets you no loss bonus, but it feels good. Now you're going to see Clone come back for the War of the Zeuses. He's picked one up himself.
Did he?
He wants to counter Zeus. He would very much like to counter Zeus. Well, we got a pretty strong buy here. 2 rifles, and Arbiter's going to put them to work early. He's actually going to get dropped here.
I think that was a no-scope from Pure. Got his sidearm, rounds the corner with nice double headshot. First player was even wounded, and the Zeus has actually recovered. And is it handed back? It is handed right back to SFX.
Jasper, got to make sure it happens.
Dude, this is going to be so good.
Is he going to Zeus them again?
He's so excited.
He's having a good time here.
But this is third round with bomb plant from the first. So that Zeus is going to be a tough goal to reach.
He's still going to go for it. He's going to drop that smoke we saw earlier, and then he's going to hop above it in the halls. No, he's not doing it. Sometimes he does that.
That UMP is not even a very good. The fire rate on the UMP is just not good enough, I think, to hold lower ramp.
I've seen Jasper at a lot of these locals now.
This is a high fire rate gun at ladder. So you have a full second before the T's are able to get their crosshairs under control coming down that ladder. So this gun's great. The UMP just seems, I don't know if it really has a great place on train with its nerf.
Pure gets a little info there, but he's going to get tagged up majorly. Serious damage coming out for Pure.
He's been hit like 7 times. See all those bullet holes? Like every one of those just murked him.
He's just sponging out right now. He's leaking.
Yeah.
He's got a few holes in. Like a sieve. And now they stack down, and he just had no chance with that kind of a health. It's the double stack, but they only needed 1, to be quite frank. And that's rough. They've given up the ladder position. Now coming out, Pop Dog is going to be streaming some T's. And Loner's going to have to stand strong, but he does have a scope on his gun to do so. If he can pop a couple heads as they come entering, it's going to make it very difficult for TangoWorldWide to convert this into a round. 35 seconds on the clock, so at this point they need to make their choice and they need to commit to it. And it looks like that choice is going to be B.
It is. This is where SFX is at. This Molly's going to be a nightmare for T-Dubs. It's so late in the round. If anything goes south, oh yeah, they don't even like this. They will turn around, say that we're going towards the ladder. Arbiter, point blank range. He'll take one, will not be able to stop the oncoming T's. Though X1 Academy know they only need to stop this bomb planter once. It's planted on the safe side, but Temperature will take 2 from the front lines of this one, and now they're getting wrapped on, leaving only Will left from a 1v3 to a 1v2. He will not stand long enough. X1 Academy remain on solid ground. And that was a cheap round for X1 Academy.
Yeah, they saved both rifles through. They actually upgrade to an AK on one of them, so they only brought 2 rifles into the round. They had 2 at SMGs and a Scout, so perfectly happy to drop those weapons, take it through on the bonus. They're feeling strong at this point, and Arbiter's actually going to go right back to the SMG, recognizing the situation. Bauer, meanwhile, has bought a sawn-off. That's interesting.
I hate that gun.
Where do you play with a sawn-off T-side of train?
Yeah, head stack
ladder.
drop.
It's got to be ladder.
Head stack drop ladder. Or, I mean, you're coming down the ramp towards B.
No, it's ladder. That's the only thing that'll work. He got it. But he's lost a teammate in the meantime, and they pushed out towards T-Con, so that's map control lost. Pure is taking down the Ivy presence. There's only presence here towards ladder, and it's predictable. That Molly doesn't quite go deep enough, would have made his life very difficult indeed. But this is the only presence they have in the map. They're hemmed in, they're hawed in, and the sawn-off is really not the gun you want for a multi-kill moment. There it goes into deadly effect, but the only thing he can retrieve off the back of it is an SMG. And now both of the T-side players are hemmed into this small room, and it's not a lot of space to grow.
You got to figure out what they're going to do. All they really need to do is get one more player. They've already gotten a kill with a shotgun. So you're awarded extra bonus cash. What is that, 800 for a shotgun kill?
900.
900 for a shotgun kill.
Big stacks.
That's a lot of money being made. So it's going to end up being 4 rounds of loss bonus. The Deagle can reach out and touch somebody. So there's still a threat on the board. All T-Dubs needs is one more frag to make this round worth it.
I mean, a plant would be nice.
They're split from one another right now. I'm thinking that plant is a bridge too far.
It's a slim possibility.
Rotation. They do leave Pure on the camera. And he's coming back towards Ivy. So this is not looking too hot. Now Pure's floating around the map.
They're just trying to distract.
Infernal's drawing attention as best as he can.
Right now, the whole point of this is just to give Bauer exactly enough time and enough of a space that he can swing in towards sight. Oh, that's so painful for Bauer.
He had the timing right, too. He just could not hit the shot.
That hurts. Feels bad, man. Yeah. X1 Academy going to pick up their 4th. They're looking comfortable at this point. So we're going to have presumably a buy go into this. There we go. Double up T-side train. We've got 4 ops on the server in the 5th round.
That's nuts.
There's a lot of cash flow being spent this round.
This is a big investment, and still a big investment for X1.
Temperature can drop easily for Arbiter. They'll be comfortable to buy in the next, whatever happens.
Not really. $2,000 on Loner and SFX. I don't think that's enough to feel comfortable. One player has bonus money. That's it.
Sure.
So, and it's already off to the wrong foot. So after 4 rounds in a row that looked to be healthy rounds, X1 Academy go for a big buy, and this could set them up for a problem. But SFX Jasper holds that same angle. He's always been holding, this time though with an op and a late one-way smoke. He's just playing the same thing over and over.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I always say, man.
Sometimes, you know, you've only got one move, but that move just keeps working. You just got to keep putting into effect until they figure out how to counter you, and then you get creative.
And sometimes it's really frustrating, too. If you're an opponent, you know that he's doing that one-way smoke. He's always holding that ramp angle.
But you can't
beat him. Dude, it gets in your head.
It's tilting.
Here comes this A execute, though. 2 over towards Ivy, 1 T-Con, 1 Pop Dog ladder. Pure cannot convert. Does 50 damage to Will, but that's going to apply a lot of pressure. Some help coming in for Temperature from Loner, but he's lost his life. A flank to the rear side from that Ivy presence. Is going to be actually a 3rd player on this backside. They now own Old Bomb. A leg shot from Loner. He's down to his sidearm, but that's that flank again. Those back hauls, that control from TangoWorldWide. They had a classic setup. 2 on Ivy, 1 T-Con, 1 ladder. But already early in the round, X1 had been neutered a little bit by losing their first player, Arbiter, I believe.
Yes.
But that was just a full site control for TangoWorldWide. They catch the rotations coming off of the B site through CT. They had extra bodies, plenty of bodies, to make that work.
So what's interesting to me in this round is Temperature keeps $2,000 alive, Oh, nice shot from Aber. Big opener. Temperature had the big gun in the round, the AWP, and now he's got nothing. It's going to make it very difficult indeed. They do have a somewhat compromised position here as there is the bomb all the way back towards the dumpster. Nearly could have been found, but SFX being cleaned up means that the B bomb site is ripe for the taking. The bomb is presumably going to rotate here and be planted. And Pure, he's going for it, but he really should be considering his options.
Wow. Oh, that's bomb. The bomb is fumbled. Now there's a flank already to the back of the yard. Pure has a smoke lands on the sidewalk, but he actually goes to the back end of this. I thought that this is where the problem was actually going to end up running in from. This one right there. Infernal from the sidewalk, leaving Loner alone.
Fitting.
On top. Double peek. Gets a kill. That's a huge one. Although it's still going to be an eco round for X1 Academy, TangoWorldWide still do not have a round that they could treat lightly. It's still going to be a threat. Any kill from here on is big problems for Tango. Their economy, you're talking about being built on a foundation. That foundation for TangoWorldWide is on sandstone right now.
Here's where I'm talking about on the CT side how this can be so tempting and deadly because they recognize the economic situation on TangoWorldWide, but they're going to hamstring themselves going forward. Look at this buy. They've got several players below 1,000 because they invested in upgraded pistols, a Zeus, a Smoke, 3 sets of armor, 2 Zeuses.
Yeah.
This isn't going to convert into I mean, maybe it will. It shouldn't convert into a round win.
Yeah.
And when this doesn't convert into a round win, then you're going to be hampered in the next. It's just such an awkward place to put yourself. They've already lost 3 bodies. It's basically a punt of a round, and you invested money into this that didn't help you at all,
right? And
ultimately didn't turn into any dubs.
Good nade, 80 damage nade against Jasper here.
He's just trying to bait them into
Zeus. They got a 1D. So here's the thing: a buy like that is essentially chasing the dragon. Because if you get a lot of kills and you still lose the round, you'll buy back into it again. Now that's what you're talking about. You end up burying yourself.
He wants them to hunt.
He wants it so bad.
Oh, they're not going to do it, though. They're not going to give him that gift. They realize he has nothing that's worth hunting out.
Well, there was a force buy in the round. They saw deagles. They maybe saw some armor. Most of the headshots came in, I think. But Jasper not going to be given an opportunity, it doesn't look like, to discharge his Zeus.
Zeus to pop off.
Doesn't have the capacity for it.
Doesn't have it right now. Doesn't have the opportunity. That's a shame. But ultimately, all right, look at the money on X1. Arbiter has 33. Jasper has 32. Jasper is SFX for anyone not aware. Pure is 39. You've hamstrung this. This could have been a full buy if they didn't invest anything in the West. Now you're going to have this weird broken buy. They're going to invest down to 2K, so you've got a double eco. This is a weird eco. It's a not really an eco, but still.
Yeah.
You put yourself in an awkward spot.
I'm really impressed that you had predicted, you set the frame of there's possibility of these chasing eco rounds. Dude, Loner he may have, yeah, he definitely knows. There's a player that's made his way over to this corner again. The left, left is too much for a pistol to be able to track. 2 on 4. Very, very fast entry for T-Dubs. Looking for the next kill as well. A little bit of air strafe as Pure tries to evade while he chambers another round, leaving it up to SFX. He got a headshot with a deagle, but it passed through the train first.
That's the worst. That feels just painful.
He's got like a new tooth, 50 caliber. I saw the head rear back.
That's one way to get an expensive replacement.
Right? Yeah. I got a
You need a Philly? All right.
Yeah, I got a fill in right there.
We'll put some brass in there. Put some brass right in there.
Put some leaves on there. There's a grass. Put some leaves on it.
Rub some dirt in it.
Scratched my knee. Put some leaves on it.
All right, so now the buy comes back. And it's going to be, I think, the double op here. Yep, there we go. SFX picks up the double op. There's some utility behind it. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. Interesting, the head armor choice. Could have gone without the head armor and gotten up the a little bit more utility, but
yeah, why is there any head armor?
Arbiter and SFX both opting to go for it. Some people just feel more secure with something on their dome.
You're saying there's extra protection?
Sometimes, you know, you got to be careful with your protection. Arbiter going to open up the party, picks up the first. Now we'll see if they can follow it up. SFX is the lineup, and now they're right next to him, and it's a wild spray, but it's a wild spray that eventually finds its mark. So the opener is there. The bomb will now be planted. There's a little bit of utility to hold off this attack. But TangoWorldWide, they're outnumbered, and they need to get themselves into post-plant situations. They do have a player upper. It's Bauer, and he does have the requisite utility. There is a smoke on Pure to deny, however, and he's presumably going to save that.
All up to Pure right now.
Pure finds the first, but he's dropped.
Pure needed to get the T's out of upper, especially because of this Molotov. You don't have any smokes for the CT side. Bauer can just bide his time. He doesn't even wait for the bomb to be touched. He throws it first, which might be a little bit preemptive. It's going to give an opportunity for X1 to be able to touch the bomb with one player covering, and that's exactly what it was. If Bauer had hesitated just a moment, waited for the CTs to touch the bomb first, then he's set. It's going to take 5 seconds to defuse the bomb, about a second for the molly to come down. I still think that's enough to burn a player 100 to 0.
That's kind of just the mark between one of the more experienced players and a player who's maybe a little raw or a little newer.
Yep.
Just having that innate sense of when the utility needs to come out, as opposed to panicking and being like, all right, I'm last alive, throw the molly now.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate moment. It's an unfortunate way to win a round that they were set up beautifully to take.
It was still a very impressive round for T-Dubs. They essentially did is now turn the tides to where it could be a eco reset for X1 Academy in this case. 2-for-1 trade though. X1 still holding the ledge while Loner goes to Old Bomb, misses the shot just a little bit wide left. It still doesn't matter. It's only Clone in a 1v4, and he's unable to do any further damage as opposed to the round that was before that. They had gotten 4 kills. If they had gotten 3 kills or 2 kills even, would still put a threat and a pressure on X1. Now X1 can breathe a little bit of sigh of relief. But T-Dubs is going to get a really great buy here out of this round, impressively enough. But not a double up.
Now, interesting to me that Temperature takes the SMG as opposed to one of his teammates dropping him a rifle. There's no real need for this. There is no need for this. And Temperature has been one of their higher performers. Now, I guess he just wanted to go for that push because he made it beautiful, and Temperature follows it up, having upgraded to the AWP. So that's a great move from Temperature.
Look at this positioning.
Small investment of the SMG. He turns into rounds.
X1 Academy just moved SFX towards Ivy for an Ivy push. It may have been spawn-based, but they swap up those sites a little bit. Arbiter plays with Temperature on those upper box halls. They have the presence at a distance. They have the presence up close. They swap out, giving each other a shoulder to lean on, and they end up taking all these kills for the price of none. This is a round that still has a minute and change left on the clock, and there is nothing that Infernal can do right now. He's got no map control. SFX above him. Surprise. If only Infernal had a Zeus.
If he'd Zeused him there. At this point, I think they need every dollar they can get. So I think Infernal is happy to take the loss bonus. It's kind of hard to go for the disrespect Zeus when you're losing rounds.
Yeah.
He's making this... It's still not likely, but there's the realm of possibility he can get a plant out of this, and that's all because of the hunt.
He's hitting the right site. Well, now he's pre-firing corners where he's seen SFX play before. So it's actually going to give a better edge for X1 Academy to be able to rotate in. I like the way Infernal played that. Obviously, from our third-person perspective of this, from our satellite orbit, we can see that his pre-firing is alerting the CTs to his presence. Sometimes those dry peaks, though, when you come in as sneaky-beaky as you like, but it's trained. More often than not, there's going to be an op holding an angle, and if you wrap a corner slow and quiet, you're just dead. So I like the way, I admire the way Infernal played that one. Another one way for SFX. Pistols, though, very quickly. Look at the grenade damage. Molly's included. Just making this easy peasy. Nobody even dying to a molly right now. So they're going to get a little bit more cash than as if they had burned alive.
Temperature.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, no.
He was trying to identify the target there. He was switching between the two of them, and he chose poorly. Knocks his teammate out. Follows it up with the kill on the tee, so no real harm, no foul. But I'm sure Pure feels less than charitable about that one. But Pure, what Temperature was saying there is, Pure, simmer down. You're on, I think, 16-9. Yeah, Pure is on 16-9. Temperature said, time to share. I want that frag. Now, admittedly...
Except he TK'd, so he loses one and then gains one right behind.
He keeps Pure from gaining one.
That's true.
And he goes
I think Pure was dead to a Glock anyways. Point blank. Our headshot.
So he saves the bonus from going to the tee.
That's exactly right. Next level.
That's like when you have a man wounded behind enemy lines and you're like, we can't let them get the intel.
This is a different one-way from SFX. The smoke's skewed to the right rather than the left. Usually you drop the smoke on the bottom left, but he's holding the default angle right now on the corner, but the smoke was still obscuring him. So
he's a man of many tricks.
Those tricks come in handy. Usually when I think of one-way smokes, I think of Inferno. There's a couple one-way smokes on train, obviously. That is the most infamous one. But he has been abusing him round after round. And what that allows is X1 Academy to consistently stack up 4 to the A site.
Now he's announced his presence. They know it's there. There's going to be the pre-fire, but he manages to get away. Doesn't have a molly to cover his path, or he does, but he pulled out the nade or the flash instead. And he will lose his life on the repeat. But the reinforcements are here, and they're actually creeping players out of T-Con. So a pause moment here for X1 Academy as they reevaluate what's going on, what TangoWorldWide are trying to accomplish.
Almost an over-rotate onto this B site. Lucky that Temperature is able to pick up that first kill. Angled Arbiter's shoulders just a little bit too wide at Sandwich. The trades are even. It's a 3-on-3 right now as the A site's being cleared. But Pure working to flank the flankers. He's got a line and a bead. He's looking for the third one. Pure able to control his spray pattern for the last target being Bauer. And X1 Academy are able to keep T-Dubs at bay once again. Still a good half from T-Dubs already. They're just now starting to, they were actually ahead of the curve as far as you want to get on T-sided train, but now they're starting to get more back to par.
What I'd say is potentially an issue here is that this is a pug on the X1 Academy side, right? This is not a team that's played together before. All these players are familiar with each other, but it is ultimately a pug. And so,
wow.
Yes.
Did he free fire? Like, that was fast. He missed, but that was really fast from Jasper.
Yeah.
Oh, he pulls off. The timing's not quite right. He still hits the target, and he goes aggressive. He's at point-blank range. Jasper now has the sight. Woo! He'll hit another shot. There's only one left. There's so many question marks as to where this last player is. JPC works but cannot connect. Jasper with a 4K at the end of the round to actually save that round. I never in my life would I have ever predicted that Jasper behind Gray Train would pick off a tee at the upper catwalk, then jump into the sidewalk, which is typically, that's T-land. You're jumping into a nightmare. He wins that fight anyways.
You know, he's an old hat. He's an experienced man. He's wily. And that old dog, still got some tricks.
Aggression.
So aggressive. Bald-faced aggression here from Pure. He's going to convert the first. Needs to be careful here. It's so dangerous. He's sticking around. Pure just hungry for it. But he does have support, and that's exactly what he needed, was Arbiter to bail him out of the situation.
I'm assuming SFX is on the other side of the planet. This is the same strat that we saw before. This time, executed again. What's that?
It's Temperature this time who's sticking around towards Ivy. And he'll lose out the duel, but it's still a 3v1 and bombs down.
X1 Academy, they have no I don't think they have a default. I mean, it's just, wow, nice shot. Kill. See, that's why I keep talking about jiggle peeking. Jiggle peeking on LAN is different than jiggle peeking online. You saw the use of that. Jiggle peek, insta-dead. You got a chance now for Aber to get a 4K, I believe 1v4, last round with 3/4 of a minute to go.
It's all about Aber here. What can he accomplish? Here's going to be the initial peek right into an op, and he gets tagged, but it's not a kill. Can he get away? He does. Loner misses the shot. Now this is very winnable. He's going to stay alive for another moment. 30 seconds. He can get himself towards the B-bomb site, and it's brilliant. What a great fake from Aber. Serious pump fake, throws him way off, and now he knows exactly where that CT player is coming from. And Loner's coming back. Oh, Aber! He's out of bullets! He's out of ammo! It's the last moment, 13 seconds. Aber has to get to site and get the bomb down. And
don't fall off the ladder. Don't fall off the ladder! No!
Just waits him out, and Aber is undone. Hoisted by his own petard, falls off the ladder. That's not OSHA approved, Dallas.
No,
that is not OSHA approved.
He should have clipped in, dude. I knew it. Once he climbed the ladder with 8 seconds, that's the kind of pressure moment where someone's going to fall to their death. Like, that happens. You could see it coming a mile away. He had read it just right. And the CT had bit very hard on going into Z to defend CT, but as the clock wound down and he hadn't spotted the T come across out of CT into the B yard, it's obvious that he's behind him back towards the A site. And it's coming down to a fist fight at that point. That is
the reason that's
tough.
So painful of a way to lose that round is because of how beautifully he played it up until that moment. He played it excellently.
If he had 5 more seconds, I don't think he falls off that ladder.
But alas, he did not. And he made the judgment to go up the ladder with no time. And It's a judgment that came to cost. And now this pistol is going to be crucial because if not, TangoWorldWide, if they don't get it, they'll barely have the opportunity to even put their CT side into effect. And it's exactly what's going to happen. Aber last to be cleaned up, and only one dropped on the X1 Academy side as they sweep them off the A-bomb site, plant the bomb, and move on to 12 rounds. TangoWorldWide, it's desperate times.
Whoa,
and they're going to call for desperate
Let's take a look at that scoreboard again. 22-11 for Pure.
Pure's a monster.
He's destroying them.
Man's a monster. Pure redfish. Pure redfish. It's his full. It's like the full. He used to play under it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what the story is on it, but now he goes by Pure. He's back. He's unbanned. You know.
Oh yeah.
He'll be back in league play.
I'll have to ask you in a second about that. SFX first kill. No trade. Slightly upgraded pistol, only having clone with the CZ, and it is it's a party over here in ladder. Most eyes aren't watching this direction, but all your CTs are all packaged up in a nice, cute little bow tie. Uh-oh, temperature. Oh,
wow. He got dinged by his teammate as well. Oh, that's rough.
Temperature just looked in there and said, hey, there's a rattlesnake in there, guys. Don't go in there. It's like scary.
You open up the trash can, it's swarming with rats, shut the lid and run away.
I'm surprised the CTs didn't chase him out of there.
I think they would have, except for the dink in the back of the head. You saw the other CT turn around to look at his teammate. Like, what?
What was that?
Just chaos, distraction. TangoWorldWide, they're falling apart. X1 Academy, they're loving it. They're having a great time here.
You said Pure was unbanned?
He was, yes.
What was he banned for?
I think coordinating throws in pugs to get into rank S
or
rank G. That's the story. I'm not sure what the full details are.
I'll let you figure that out on Darf Talks.
Yeah. Get the scoops.
Nice little boop boop.
That was a little bit more expensive of a round, but X1 Academy doesn't care at this point. They are steamrolling to their map win, to their dub, to their victory here.
Come on, Pure. Stay on that 2-to-1.
They're on the edge.
He needs that 2-to-1 KDR.
Needs one kill.
Well, yeah.
And then just hide in a corner and stay alive.
Yeah, and hopefully the rest of your team can pick up that slack that you've been carrying on your back.
I'm tempted to sing Beast of Burden right now.
Arbiter has no problem managing ladders. Just touches that one, falls straight down, and this ain't looking like a rifle round for the CT side. They're pushing into smoke, so getting blinded. They're heading the clouds. Great smoke. You see that smoke for Z?
It was tasty.
Almost worthless. It did nothing. It was, I don't know what, it looked like it was supposed to bounce off the wall, but it just went stuck into the corner. Infernal and Clone. Only one standing left. They've got utility. They might be able to flash Clone out. That flash as well, almost worthless. Next level.
He's theory crafting in the server right now.
Right.
Really, he should be doing this in a practice server. He needs to get in contact with Linode.
Yeah, Linode will set those up, make sure those smokes never happen for you in a practice server. Weapons to try to be saved, and Loner will pursue with temperature. They got an eye on the prize. Full flank already even through T-Con. Jasper wasn't letting that one happen. 15-4 and nothing to speak of. Only a dwindling cash product left for TangoWorldWide. They wanted to save those guns, but that call to save was quickly pursued by X1.
This is desperation time for TangoWorldWide. Right now, TangoWorldWide, they're stuck in Helm's Deep. There's Uruk-hai all around them, except this time no Gandalf coming to save them. So it's looking bleak. It's looking desperate. Maybe they're going for one final ride, but I don't think it's going to achieve much. There's the shot from Loner to open things up. It's traded effectively, however. And now the madness stacks up on site. Bodies dropping all over for TangoWorldWide. And T-Dubs, it's all Clone all day. He's got a CZ. It's got 12 bullets. He's going to need each of those to find ahead if he's going to have a lot of success here. And he's hemmed in, and it's not to be Purer, the man we were identifying, going to actually end the match on 24-13, so he broke your heart. No 2-1.
Not good enough, Pure.
Not good enough.
Maybe next year.
Ugh.
Actually, no, there's actually way more matches for Pure.
He's not going anywhere. They just took the dub.
They took the dub.
They're advancing.
Moving over to the bracket play.
Unless this was a best of 3.
That you're saying if this is already bracket play. I do not believe so.
Mr. Producer?
No.
Is this a best of 1 or a best of 3? It's a best of three. We're into bracket play. Next map is going to be Dust 2. I do not have a lot of hope for T-Dubs and Dust 2.
Well, who had a better knife? X1 in the knife in train?
They won knife, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, CT or T's? You take the T side, you take the CT side.
On Dust?
Yeah.
Who cares?
What do you mean who cares? Everybody cares.
You just got to aim it out. It's Dust. Hug it out.
Take the T side, bro. Do it.
I mean, sure, yes, absolutely. But one way or another, this is going to come down to aim, and I'm going to have it. I'm going to have it distinctly. Got to flick that hair.
No, it's the left part. Left part's the superior part.
It's all about right part.
No.
Look, let's just say I have the right parts.
Ooh.
So that's where it's at.
Our social media manager is currently trying to floss.
I think that's what it's called. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah,
flossing is part of a healthy regimen for your tooth care.
Yeah.
You know what else is part of a healthy regimen?
What's that?
Is
Cougar Gaming.
Using Cougar Gaming apparel and
Cougar
gear.
Products right here.
We got this lovely chair.
I got a lumbar support that I'm using for my neck. That's how versatile these chairs are.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
They're pretty quality. Other shiny things from Cougar. I personally am a big fan of their mouse bungees. They're quite nice. Headsets, great. Mice, effective. I'm using one right here. I have yet to break it, so that's a good sign.
That's very good.
They've got their great cases.
Are you a violent gamer?
Everything in them.
I would hope a mouse wouldn't break just sitting on a table idly while you're in spectate mode.
I have an intimidating aura. Sometimes peripherals, they just
that angry
can't
German
deal with it. They just can't deal with my presence, intensity. But yeah, absolutely. Go check out the Cougar offerings. They help us run all of these events. They've been partners with us for a long time, and they make quality products.
Absolutely.
So give them a check. We're going to take a quick pause here, folks, while we just get the players in the server for map 2, but we will be right back in a flash. This is a best of 3, so it's going to be quick. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the N3rd Street Gamers Eastern Conference Championship 10K Cougar CSGO tournament brought to you by Linode and N3rd Street and everybody else that helps things out. But it's map 2 between X1 Academy and TangoWorldWide.
TangoWorldWide in the red corner. Weighing in at a collective, I don't want to guess their weights. That
would be rude.
In the blue corner, starting actually on the yellow side, we've got X1 Academy. It's the heavyweight division match on Dust 2.
So X1 took map 1 handily, 16-4, I believe. TangoWorldWide, this is, however, their map pick. So you're hoping that they have some kind of ace up their sleeve.
They played Virginia Tech on this earlier, and they did pretty well.
Did they?
I think it was a 16-7.
So the Dust 2 is typically met with a response of, oh, it's a puggy map. Oh, it's a T-sided map. So I don't, if you're picking, oh, excuse me, loud. Yeah, I hope so. I heard it just fine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So
Let's see if my cough box still works.
Tango need a little bit of a leg up because X1 is a fairly puggy team. So I think they'll be able to do just well here. They're actually got a strat to run up mid as fast as they can, but now they're just met with, oh no, we're caught with our pants down. The B site was only defended by one man, that being Arbiter. They're going to try and come into this quickly. They've at least taken control of the tunnels. This should help out considerably. They can fight quickly through these long angles and win that next fight. 3v4. CTs hold the man advantage, and your Ts are now getting pinned in. They don't have the utility to keep them, and it's going to be actually only one standing. Aber had nowhere left to hide, painted into the corner. And TangoWorldWide, who looked like they got caught off guard on that fast B strategy with their own mid-fast strategy, win around.
The names are switched. X1 Academy CT.
Son of a gun.
I was wondering why Jasper was playing for TangoWorldWide. I thought it'd been a complete betrayal.
You know, it crossed my mind, and then I was like, there's no way production would mess that up.
No way that ever happens.
No way would Griffin
Not that they would
ever miss
screw that one up.
Griffin.
Judging you very much. Anyway, the advantage with SFX and the X1 Academy, and the thing that they can sort of count on, is that they do have this ridiculous aim. And so in a situation where, you know, if they make a mystery, they can just kind of bail themselves out off of aim. That's a clean round, as is expected, to be quite frank. X1 Academy just sort of barrel through and pick up that second. We'll get this fixed in a moment, folks. It's, you know,
I like how the hand signals are global now. If I just cross my arms and point to corners, that's the global symbol of the teams are backwards. Oh, so.
What I prefer to do is to just lock my producer with a disapproving gaze and let him figure out what he did wrong.
Yeah, that usually works. So this is a rifle round for both teams. So apparently, now the blame game is just going up the chain.
Oh, look at this flank from SFX all the way around to long doors, but it's punished. They were expecting it. They were expecting that insane aggression. Let's see if they can compensate now that they're a man down. At least they've got the AWP at range. If they can get the AWP into a good position here, which it is beautifully positioned to counter this long aggression, it may all be for naught.
I like this from Tango. They got the kill against Jasper, and they stopped and said, you know what? Is there anybody behind us? If there is anybody behind us, we're dead in the water on an execute in A anyways. Let's clear out our 6 o'clock. If we clear out our 6 o'clock, the CT's defense resets anyways. Tons of time. What's
interesting here is X1 showing a lot of impatience. Exactly what you're talking about, of them taking the time to clear their flank. You had originally 3 players looking down long, including an AWP. Now you've got none of that. I mean, I think you have a scout who's preparing to reposition to get there, but the smoke's down. Now they're crossing. The AWP's back in place to make damage from Catwalk, but it's a lot easier for TangoWorldWide to at least get the bomb down, not get themselves into a post plant. We've got no game noise on our end. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, we can get that pumped up. I hear it outside, so it's good. Only power left. Oh, dial it in, Temperature. Hits the shot and keeps X1 Academy's ball rolling. That was not an easy retake. They were outnumbered. They had lost their flank presence. And it seems as if X1 having that extra support from temperature on the op was just enough. TangoWorldWide really wanted to be able to hold that catwalk side, but they end up keep licking the battery, and it still hurts. So stop looking at catwalk is the lesson.
Licking the battery, I like that. I like that.
Still no game time. Oh, now there it is.
There, we got it. We got it. There's the molly to do damage, but Arbiter's actually just going to be traded out for 2. It's a 2-for-1, but still in an eco, not really a fair exchange. There's only 3 players left, and they're kind of trying to collect themselves in towards mid, and here comes the push into mid. It's almost certainly going to be painful.
Yeah, that molly's going to stop him right now, but that lick the battery is a reference to Day 9 in one of his, what is it, something Mondays. I don't know.
Good old something Mondays.
He forces people to do these really wacky strategies. It's like a Banelings, burrowed Banelings strategy, and one of the players that just keeps running into burrowed Banelings. Day 9's like, stop licking the battery.
Stick the fork in the socket.
Yeah. Clone
gets tagged up. Not sure where that was through, but it definitely didn't feel good. And at this point, it's just a default spread for X1 as they just wait for TangoWorldWide to make their move. And TangoWorldWide, it's just a gamble, right? You're going to throw 3 bodies at one point, and you're going to see if you can overwhelm one of the players. If they can overwhelm the player, maybe they get the bomb down. Odds are good that even if they overwhelm this B-side player, they're going to get knocked as soon as the 4 players go back in. And Bauer actually helps out Pure by putting a bullet into Clone's head on his own.
Well, they got to keep Pure from getting that 2-1. Pure's trying to recover and end up being 2-1 KDR over the series. So
he's there right now, I think. No, he's not. He ended with 24.
It was 24 and 13.
So he needs to get +2 over the 2-1 KDR in this match. So he's 1 off.
Oh, almost there.
He'll get there. I'm confident. Clone going to start it off nicely, taking down SFX, winning that mid duel, and that's a victory to take. Now Arbiter is left to get it 1 and done. But they've already got a second off in play. That's Purer, who's adding on to his statistics. There's the second for Purer. Can't hit the third. Will eventually be found with the ult, but good damage to bring it to an even scoreline now as the bomb will go down. X1 or TangoWorldWide, excuse me, are actually going to get the plant here, which is certainly a nice thing to do.
And a fresh smoke onto doors. So 2v2, but soon there will be 3 points of entry into the site. If Clone can hit his first shot, and the timing isn't perfect,
there it is,
then it's going to be an easy hold for TangoWorldWide. Yes, the timing is not quite right. Temperature wasn't able to get an entry nor a refrag. Oh, and he comes off.
Time to get the heck out of dodge.
Yeah, that should be the end of the round right there.
Time to get out. He's just trying to punish them. No reason to stick around there, especially you look at their money right now. They would have been able to comfortably buy if they had done that. They're still going to buy up, but there's going to be 2 players who are limited. That's just unfortunate. If they had saved an op through, right, temperature can drop for SFX or Arbiter. Take your pick. One of them's on an SMG or on a Deagle. Not a big deal.
Double op anyway.
Wow, right back to the well. Full investment at this round.
Wow.
Let's just see how it works out.
They give it to the 2 people that are capable of evening this out and collecting AKs for the rest of the players. Temperature's been... Get in there! Oh my!
There
how does
it
he?
is.
That was max range. He goes for the Deagle. He's going to get rewarded a second kill. Jasper now upgrading. He's playing gun game. He went from Zeus to Deagle to AK. This could be a perfect round for X1 Academy on the back of Jasper's push into the lower tunnels with a Zeus. His second Zeus of the series.
The confidence on that man. The confidence.
Max range. I've never seen a Zeus kill.
This round. He seized this round by the cojones, and he's just gripping it. He's not going to let go.
Clone. 1v5 with a full minute and change. Not gonna happen.
Oh, definitely not if he misses shots like that.
Nope.
Slim opportunity in this kind of a situation. He's going to get knifed. Oh, no, they pull off of it.
All right. I thought it was going to happen too.
Loner was thinking about it for a hot moment, and then he reconsidered. He was considering the possibility. Loner loses his life. Sometimes you just got to be decisive when you decide you're going to knife a guy.
Yeah, got to commit. I feel really, really bad. So the last Pug game I played before this event, I ended up being matched against. I was with a guy a week ago, and I was against that same guy 2 days ago. And I was like, hey, man. And then we met each other on like opposite T versus CT side. And I just pulled out my knife. And I was like, friendly. And he's like, friendly. And then my teammate came up and shot him in the head. He was so mad. I felt so bad.
Live by the sword, die by the bullet.
Yeah.
At least in this game. Clone Gonna start it off with a nice little pick. He's lost just about all of his health. He's limping along at 2 HP. But all that matters is he's still a body here.
Still warm.
And there's one fewer body on the other side.
Yeah.
Now, he's got 2 HP. It's time to toss that AK over. But Clone doesn't feel like sharing.
Yeah, I think the Deagle would be better suited in Clone's hands. Oh, I thought Bauer had him lined up. He took the first jiggle peek, then corrected his aim, and then choked on the shot. Ends up losing his life. Infernal takes a good chunk of damage too. Zamali to chase them off the mark from 12 to 9. Uh-oh.
Oh, yes, follow it.
Jasper airs it out. Downtown, 1 HP, 1 and 6, and Jasper dies. Oh, man, it is a stiff breeze. Clone just needs to watch out for bottles and smoke grenades.
He steps
and
on a nail.
Flashbangs, and if
he stubs his toe.
Right. I want to see a flashbang kill so bad. If it were from anywhere, it would be from Arbiter.
Arbiter, chuck a smoke. He's got a flash and a nade.
The
nade could kill too.
Temperature's here too.
Oh, just chuck the nade. He's just going to do it with bullets.
Don't throw bullets at him. Throw dodgeball.
Disappointed. That could have been so beautiful.
I've seen it once.
What, the flash kill?
No, it was actually a bottle from Roca. It was like Philadelphia 8.
Where it hits him in the head
and it was
then
in
breaks.
cash. And yeah, Roca went into B main as T side and threw Molly into heaven, and it bottled him in the head. Just insta-gibbed.
So let's propaganda the scoreboard. 3 players on TangoWorldWide have 1 kill. That's what you would describe as a rough game.
Yes, and it's a T-sided map, so the fact that X1 are just dominating on CT side is strong, and it was really what we expected. It's a Pug team. It's a Pug map, and it is Pugs for life.
I think Harper's position's known. It doesn't even matter. Bauer can't line it up. So it's going to be 7-1. It's the Brazilian scoreline, and that's just – it's a painful time here. It's rough days if you're TangoWorldWide. I keep trying to say if you're X1 Academy, but they're switched.
Pure is improved from nearly 2-1. He is now
12-3.
He's 4-1.
Woo! That'll pad the stats. That's going to get you those HLTV numbers, them rating numbers. Temperature's going to have the opportunity in this round. He's going to take the early peek on long and back in. The timing is not there for Clone. It's just caught with your pants down. When that timing doesn't sync up, you're left looking like a fool.
The pointy end of the stick goes towards the bad guy's Clone. Of course he was playing anti-flash, but it's just funny to watch. Molly in. Oh, Pure will go down. In fact, Aber's able to pick up another frag on top of that. It is essentially now a gamble stack for X1 to put most of their eggs in this A basket. Temperature misses that shot, and because TangoWorldWide have seen an op on the A site and they're challenging along, they say that is not a favorable rate of exchange. Back up. Let's reset this.
They're just going to let Infernal make noise on B. I think the strat here is that Infernal's going to make noise on B, distract the rotation. Here he's pulling the rotation.
This is great. A molly into tunnels actually buys more time for T-dubs because you're expecting that the T's are pushed back. Oh, now it's sold. They have to sell this.
That's done. They've rotated. Now the take comes in on long. They're still hesitating. They need to move right now. They've got a free bomb plant. They got a free bomb plant, free post plant against 2 half-health players. I mean, he didn't even need to do damage. Aber didn't even need to do damage on B, and he came away with a frag and a half.
That CT Molly actually bought more time for T-dubs, for sure.
This round's over. They should save at this point.
Yeah, you said they should have saved in that one round like 4 rounds ago. Maybe they make the right call this time.
Nope.
Good grenade.
I'm going for it.
It's going to do good damage against Will. 25 damage. Nice headshot as well. However, I mean, if X1 Academy feel like they can afford to lose guns at the cost of the T's losing guns, then fine.
Yeah, but you're not in a situation. Okay, so setting Arbiter up for the 1-for-1 trade, yes, that's good. But if you keep this op alive, you chuck it over to SFX, there's no sense doing that. You chuck it over to SFX, right, and you've got such a healthy economy going forward. Whereas now, you're going to have to drop SFX anyway, and someone's going to take their massive cash stack and just drain it. They're even tossing him over an op, so it's going to be heavy investment once more. And it was just wasn't necessary.
This is a better buy than they had that one time. It was double up, double deagle, SFX with a Zeus.
Crucial part of the kit. It's just odd.
Uh-oh. Temperature. I don't know.
Temperature's just
he saw
deep.
the flash. Oh, he's going to shoot him in the back of the head. Oh, swinging and a miss. Connects.
Woo.
4th time's a charm.
3 swings.
I thought it was 4.
Oh, it's 3 strikes you out, so.
Oh, well, I mean, he swung 4 times.
You know. I was trying to shoehorn in a metaphor there. Shoehorn in some colorful
Just a
language.
bit outside. That was the same feeling everybody else gets. So that drives home the point. If you think you're better than these guys, come compete. Come try and win the lion's share of $10,000. Because I whiff shots like that in my matchmaking games. Do you whiff shots like that?
I haven't played matchmaking in a long time, Dallas. That was a horror show. No one wants to see
Dude,
that.
it's bad. It is horrible. 4v3. Only a couple times have we seen X1's academy, their economy being threatened. This is the 2nd time, and it's still on the rocks. Great trade right there for Clone. He is, though, wounded, and a healthy player being Will has now gone down. Loner, his shoulder is being shot out of this one. He's been forced off of the angle. I believe an AK just fell down to the side, so if Pure is coming up that direction, he can still choose that. 20 seconds on the clock, and Infernal is trying his might to time that shot on the corner, but now they've lost position. Clone hemmed in. A CT was able to come up the ramp and give an extra angle of attack, and it is another eco reset to T-Dubs. How low could you go? What's chat saying about us?
MCA says, I would, but I'm in Europe, Dallas.
You
He's
know
off
what?
getting ready for the major.
We have online qualifiers every now and then, man.
He's getting ready for the major. I think he's got slightly bigger
no,
concerns right now.
No, not
No,
bigger.
this is more
oh,
important.
Oh, no. 2-3. The 4th die, that coming from Arbiter in the site. You just traded 4 bodies for an M4.
You know,
Worth.
sometimes you got to pay the blood price.
That's right.
Pay the iron price, man.
This is Full Metal Alchemist. Just lost 4 brothers and got a slightly better weapon.
You know.
But no, he does have half a suit armor right now.
Shots ring out. Will goes down. 9-2. Rough days. Rough days if you're on TangoWorldWide.
I've seen.
You know, they say they're
days.
worldwide, but right now they're being pushed into a very narrow corner of this
See,
map.
now, I've called them T-Dubs many times.
T-Dubs.
And you haven't there. You
T-Dub.
finally have said it.
Oh, I've been saying it this whole time.
You've never said T-Dubs.
Yes, I have.
Not once. You've been
100%.
calling them TangoWorldWide.
I've probably also been calling them T-Dub-Dub.
T-Dubs.
T-Dub.
Ooh, nice flash.
Wubba-dub-dub. Infernal's going to roll his way right
Blocks?
through. There's the follow-up. Oh, is it happening? They've even left bomb in spawn, so it's pure.
It's Glocks.
Framing it out. Pure fragging.
3v2. Down there is an op at car. The grenade
They're getting a
hits.
plant. They're 100% getting a
The
plant
bomb's
here.
still in T-spawn.
He's just going to take it B. They're getting a plant out of this. That's accidentally brilliant, I would say. And here the rotation comes. Arbiter, I think he sniffs what's up, and he's about to rotate. But he's going to check mid, and that might just delay him long enough. Oh, it's all going to be on timing here. Can they get through?
Arbiter's beat him there.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it, and they're not expecting him to be there. Bauer just goes straight for the plant, doesn't check it at all, and Arbiter has next-level mind-gamed them out. This was such a smart play, accidentally from TangoWorldWide, and unfortunately it was sussed. Nice flick from SFX, but he punishes the process, and there it is. Arbiter locks it down. Nice little 2K to salvage the round for X1 Academy and get them on to double digits.
A couple ways to win that round with Glocks. The stars have to align for you to win a round with Glocks. CTs played aggressive in towards they wanted to play the corner at long. They got punished. I don't think there was a flashbang against the CTs, but they got dinked pretty hard. They lose the body, and this lucky rotation, I would say. I mean, X1 Academy were very fortunate to be able to recuperate out of that. But we are into the top of the 13th round. Rifles have returned, and T-Dubs now have a 2-man edge. They hold mid-control, and your X1 Academy are split into a 1-1-1 defense.
That was a nice shot. I like that from Loner. This is finally a moment, a glimmer of hope for T-Dubs. But we've seen it go awry for them so many times that at this point it's kind of hard to trust until they press on and actually have the post plant.
That's
like
so brave.
1v3.
Oh, Pure. They're all blinded. That is such a brave thing to do if you're Pure right there. Don't think this round's going to happen. Jumping attempted to quickly the M4 right there. But Pure taking that flashbang and running that pop flash against ramp at A site is horrifying because the T's have smoked across most of it. There's a gap towards ramp. So if the call even comes out, the call comes out too late. But he has to turn his back to ramp to make sure he's not flashed by his zone. He spun around a little too early. Everybody got blinded, it got awkward. But that's really an all or nothing strategy right there from Pure.
Now you're going to see a very creative save.
Watch those lower tunnels. Make sure SFX doesn't get down there.
We got a Zeus. We got a Zeus. It's happening. It's happening again. Are you ready?
A third?
I feel it in my bones.
Give me your best Zeus audio of being. This is very squealy.
That's the way it is, man. Oh, he's baited. He's baited. Break it out. Break it out, Jasper.
He didn't shoot it.
Do it.
No?
Put that deagle away.
Oh, no.
Put that deagle away.
What? Oh, 17.
He just ate himself an apple. They know what he's doing is the thing. They know that's Jasper, and no one wants to get Zeused. No one wants to be that guy.
You go down there. You go down there. Now they're baiting that, but Temperature hits the shot. They didn't expect there to be a weapon in play. They're like, if Jasper peeks that, he's too far away for a Zeus. Op is going to reach out and touch somebody. Clone gets baited. Pure missed the first 2 or 3 shots, so Clone thought he could come around the corner.
Oh, they're coming.
Not again.
They're coming. It's happening, and Temperature's going to bait. He's going to bait the attention. He's going to bait the focus.
Oh, he missed!
They didn't check it! Oh, no!
It's all up to Pure. He's going to be hot on their tail here. 30 seconds left. They are down catwalk. He saw them, though. Pure is going to be so close to this, he might be able to stop. They might actually plant for catwalk. Surprise, surprise. He doesn't even stop hitting mouse 1. Overwhelms Aber, and it's 1v1. There's the angle, and there's the clutch from Pure. Another weak round for the economy of X1 Academy, and they win it again and again and again.
11-3, Topical. 11-3. What can they possibly hope to do? This is just...
The trash talk is good. Of course it's coming from Jasper.
I think he's just hitting his binds.
No, somebody on X1 Academy said, I can't hear bleep. And then Jasper's like, you know, Walmart has some pretty good earbuds.
Oh, God. They're pretty smoky right now, though. This is an interesting buy from TangoWorldWide. You got an SG.
I need to hear your Zakri.
We must make the Krieg. There's no loner getting run down. This is falling apart.
Run.
For X1, it's the last round.
Yeah.
It's only Arbiter and Pure now. And it's looking like TangoWorldWide, they're going to sneak around through here at the end. Get themselves to a grand whopping 4 on T-side of Dust.
Oh, you got to, okay, I was about to say, you got to trade that, but Bauer needs to trade that a little bit faster next time. Lesson learned.
Pure's got a stat pad, man.
I mean, is Arbiter going to stat pad this one? Pick up 4 kills.
Nah, he's going to save the last round.
Yeah, save it in the next half.
Save round 15. Oh, there it is. The Krieg put to deadly effect.
They buy a Krieg, they win a round. I'm
German
not saying there's
right
a trend, but...
That's the power of German engineering, folks.
It's a trend. It's a very efficient gun. Has 100% armor penetration.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's not used more often. One of my favorite moments in a pro match that I've ever watched was it was old G2 against Mouse Sports when Stika was on Mouse Sports. Mm-hmm. And this was when NBK was playing with the Krieg like whenever he could. And so he's playing with the Krieg. Stiko goes to pick up his gun. He has an M4, picks up the Krieg thinking that it's an AK and trying to upgrade to an AK, realizes it's the Krieg right as the round ends, and in the next buy zone, turns around, throws it as far away as possible, and rebuys an M4. He was disgusted with it. Just disgusted with the gun. Instant revulsion.
So what the last map was 16-4, right?
Yes.
We're on that same track.
Yes,
I believe it was 11-4.
Just a reminder, folks, to anyone who's watching this right now, X1 Academy is up 11. T-dubs.
Correct.
They're down 4. We just to fix that issue, we'd have to restart the server, and nobody wants to make that happen. Buck's getting a little excited off screen. He's very happy about the scoreline. Arbiter gonna start the party on the other side. He's already picked up one, and he's looking to find more. It's Will, however, to answer back. A little clap back action here. And Will is going to be tested in just a moment, but he does have support from his teammates. And here come the frags. It's a party, a frag party.
Bomb planet.
And Pure brought the gift.
Tempter has a USP, and at this range, he just puts himself way back there. Good shooting in return. It'll be diffused. Well played. Quick retake. That's going to keep TangoWorldWide in the ballpark, at least.
It gives them a breather. Gives them a moment. Now here's the question, because we've seen X1 rip some ridiculous eco rounds out, right? So if I'm TangoWorldWide, I'm more afraid of this round than I was the last.
Yep.
And to highlight that fact, look at the buy. We got 3 scouts. We got a Deagle. We got a UMP.
Triple.
There's no Zeus.
Scout. I mean,
so they don't have to deal with that.
What power does this have?
Just mid.
One hit.
Penetrate mid.
That's
Didn't
what
work
I mean.
out.
There's a bison. There's a bison on the field.
PP Bison.
At one time, an endangered species.
Clone got an ace with a PP Bison. The last time we watched him on Dust.
Ridiculous.
It was 3 nade kills and 2 PP Bison kills. It happened. Second round. It was that long.
I'm going to credit with the nade doing more work than
I mean, it was,
gun.
but it was hilarious. All right, bomb going to be planted now in just a moment. Aver's found himself the flanker, but it's still 4 men alive on the B-bomb side of Dust 2. This is so hard to retake. You've got 3 rifles.
Typewriter. He's writing them letters with the bison.
Poetry.
Sending them into the ace. Please
Poetry.
let me retake this site, if you will.
My dearest, I write to you from the front. The bison has betrayed me. I fear we will not live to see another day. The X1 Academy closes in, and they close with a fury. And in this round, they close with a second round victory. It's just Aber, and Aber just wants to keep this rifle.
I mean,
what a massacre. 4 still alive.
You have 64 bullets just in your gun.
And you can't hit them.
That's more than all the 3 scouts combined, plus whatever the hell's going on in the other guns. I don't remember.
They were UMPs.
UMPs. So you
they got some rounds.
24 bullets per mag.
32?
No, not 30.
24?
I think it's 24. 22 umps. It's 48. Plus 30. You get 78. 78 bullets. The Bison has 3/4 of that, and you still can't take the site. I don't think it's more of the bullets. I think it's more of the power. No skill.
It's just brutality. And it's going to be more brutality here, although Will, a little brutality of his own, little hot action, and they follow it up. Infernal as well. Maybe a bit of sloppiness here from the X1 that might be capitalized on.
Hot. Hot, hot, hot.
They're all just running through because they need the bomb, and they've got no utility to cover it.
Yeah, yeah. Loner's alone. Well, you could say he's all by himself, but he's not alone. You know what song that is?
He's kind of a loner by nature.
You know what song that is?
I don't.
I think it's Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
I don't think I know any lyric from that song apart from Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
I was at a karaoke bar, and this guy chose that song to sing. I have never seen that song sang better in my life. Like, that guy destroyed that song.
Did he do it in the style of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, or did he do it like, because I want to see a jazz crooner rendition.
An a cappella group.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
I want to see an a cappella with the bodies hit the floor. There's a rainbow of colors on that monitor for what
I know, it's bugging me. It bugs me so much. It's one of my least favorite visual glitches.
There's an orange bomb, a blue terrorist, a green terrorist, and a yellow terrorist.
You guys can't see this, and I'm glad you can't because it's physically painful to me.
It's a rainbow.
I love panorama, folks. It's the best. Bodies are dropping, and they're stacking up for X1. They've claimed a victory of taking the site, and there's the follow-up. It's just Bauer now. The man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. He'll find the first, but he's lost half his health in the process. Now he's got to get back in. They know where he's coming from, and he's got 2 bodies to find.
Yeah. By a Krieg, win a round.
Facts.
Owns the Krieg.
We are shilling for the Krieg, folks. Krieg is actually a sponsor here at the Eastern Conference.
Oh, Bauer.
Ooh.
Krieg.
Krieg. It's just too efficient. You can't beat it. It can't be beat.
It's got a scope on it. It's a one-shot headshot kill. And its spray pattern is the easiest spray pattern of all the guns. Down and to the left. Down.
You make the slash with the Krieg.
Yes.
Yes, you take the Krieg, you pull down to the left, and you have the victory.
It's the headshots.
And now it's just going to be the move out towards B-Tons, straight onto the site, no fear, of course, and here comes the Krieg. Big Daddy Krieg not actually going to find the kill. Mac instead. Return to the Mac.
Smaller brother Mac-10 with a much smaller magazine. Okay, I was getting a little worried for temperature.
Big enough.
9, dude.
The magazine's big enough, and apparently you're just going to go with the pistol. No, never mind. It's the Krieg to find it. So that's going to be round 14.
I think every game I've casted this entire event has been 16-6, except for the last map, which was 16-4. It's possible. Double op, though.
It's the simulation.
This is going to be a
desperation.
A hefty stand. Double op.
Double glass cannon.
Double FAMI. Oh, it's glass cannon.
It's the glassiest of cannons.
All right.
The double glass. They're glassing over.
Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass cannon. One's already dead. That's Will. Neither of the glass cannons, however. But they're going to have no armor to play with. And there's the first cannon down. It's been shattered. There's the second. Actually, Aber's still alive, and now it's all Infernal. This hefty investment has paid little to no dividends. Bomb's going to be planted, no problem. The only delay is that they have to go all the way back to spawn to get it, because they weren't concerned about that parcel of explosives. They figured, let's just go frag. We'll worry about details later. Infernal is not long for this world. There it is, the Krieg, your favorite gun, making it happen. We are on to round 15, and there is no money for T-Dubs to make this happen.
3 rounds in a row. The Krieg has been the punctuation mark at the end of every round. It's been in a 1v1 clutch. It's the last kill of a double glass cannon round. It's the last kill of a rifle round. So it's still here. And it is most certainly going to make this a fine slice into the seat here. Oh, that's a push. You know, you gotta get creative sometimes. Straight up through the middle, they've got themselves a chance. Oh, Jasper gets a little bit confused. I heard somebody. Maybe he needs to upgrade his earbuds. Alpha, the Walmart brand.
Go to the Target.
Yeah, go to Target. It's Target.
Target.
Yeah.
Oh, Target.
I go get my groceries at K. Roger. Kroger. K. Roger.
Kroger. We're going with the Krieg. Krieg, Kroger. Kroger.
Krieger.
Go to Aldi. Keep with the German theme.
I like Aldi's.
Aldi's a good place.
You know the guy that founded Aldi's, his brother founded Trader Joe's.
So, yes, kind of.
Oh, have I been led astray?
So, the way it works, we're going to let this round happen, then I'll explain how Aldi works and why they're both Aldi. There it is.
Hey!
They stay alive.
They win.
Ah, T-Dubs. They've got a moment. So we're still
it.
on match point. All right, so Aldi Nord and Aldi Sud. Basically, Aldi was originally one company, and then 2 brothers inherited the company, and they decided the best way to do it was just to split it regionally. Huh? So there's a North and a South Aldi, Aldi Nord and Aldi Sud. One brother took each. Now, both of them expanded their businesses internationally into the U.S. market.
Wow.
One of them expanded as Aldi, and the other one said, okay, there's already an Aldi. We can't have Aldi Nord and Aldi Sud, so we'll be Trader Joe's. And they bought Trader Joe's, which was a small California grocery store, and they turned it into their national brand.
So now Aldi's is a permanent eco round.
Sure. So they're both
Counter-Strike somehow, man.
I like it. I like the tie-in. And this round is not looking like it's going to be the one for Tango Dub to survive. As the bomb site is planted, there are 4 alive for the retake. And T-Dubs, they're just trying to survive. They're trying to cling to anything that they can, but there's little to no hope for them. Purer comes swinging out of window as he is wont to do, and he's just going to knock all the pins down. Now it's all just Clone with an MP9, a little bit of utility, and he'll hop right into the face of Loner, who will smack him right back down and says, hey, give me my personal space. We out of here.
Krieg's the last punctuation mark again. Time and time again.
Did Purer reward you? 25 and 12. He did it in this round, but he didn't do it enough to make it over the series. He needed one more kill to make it over the series.
He got the 2-1 on this map, though?
On this map, though.
All right. All right.
You'll count it. You'll allow it.
So congratulations to the X1 Academy winning the first best of 3 series that we've had. So we've got another best of 3 series coming up next.